Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek, and today I just have some new purchases to show you and to look a little closer at this coin here, especially because it's just kind of unusual. If you look at the label right away, it says 1800 H10C. That's a half dime. If you look at this coin in person, it looks like a dime. The earlier bust coins uh, did not say the denomination on them, so it doesn't say 5C on it. You just had to know based on the size what value it was. Also, you notice that it says LIBEKTY instead of Liberty. This is because of a similar error to what you see with the three-legged buffalo where the die was worn down. And you look at the R in Liberty and the top portion is gone. The R is not connected and it looks a whole lot more like a K than an R. The other thing that's cool about this coin is if you look at the date, you'll see it looks like it's been re-engraved like 3 or 4 times. It's kind of has extra lines around all the lettering. Anytime you get the really early coinage, I find it really interesting. Very scarce as far as the coins go. Anyone who's trying to collect the series will know they're hard to collect. The other thing to point out is you'll see how unevenly struck the coins were, because you look at the edge over here by America and it's really lightly struck into the rim. And then same thing, part of that shield is almost gone on the Eagles shield. But then you look over here on the other edge by the word states and look and see how high up the clouds are, how tall they are. So to me, you always look at the highest points for an indication of how well the coin was struck and what condition it's in. Lots of times people will look at the flattest point and say, well, that's where the wear is too, but you got to look at the higher point. So then you look at all the detail that's left in her hair and even her eye, even her nose and mouth for that matter. That's actually pretty nice. And that's why this coin at first looks really flat, because you look at the rims and then it's a VF30, a nice middle grade. So that's kind of a fun coin. On to something a little more yellow, this 1854 $10 gold piece, which NGC called an AU55. It has a lot of luster to it. I wanted to point this out because I really don't see the no model style $10 gold pieces very often. When I do, they're usually cleaned and buffed out. Usually, so the motto is "In God We Trust," and will be on that ribbon, which would be above the eagle. And of course, here there is none. And the same thing is true of the $20 gold piece. Anything before the Civil War is not going to have the motto on it. The motto first appeared on the 2-cent piece in 1864. But the mintage on these, I think, is less than 60,000 pieces for this particular year. And overall, they're pretty scarce. Technical difficulties with my camera. And last but not least, 1793 wreath cent. Just a lovely coin. This has some scratches by the word cent. Overall, though, the detail is really strong. This is an old annex holder, and the planchet quality, I think, is pretty good. It's not all corroded, like sometimes they'll just be terribly corroded. And the detail is very strong, and they call it VF30 details. I think that's probably pretty fair. You know, maybe you could argue a point one way or the other, but there's a ton of detail. And there's something really romantic about these coins in particular, the 1793 with the flowing hair cents. Just really a cool coin. And some of the earliest coinage that the US made. So I like it. I like it a lot, and you guys can tell me if you've got any early large cents or if that's something that you really enjoy. So I thought I'd share those new purchases with you guys. Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the button up in the corner, and you can watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.